Hey, listen, if they ain't gonna talk about it, I'm gonna talk about it. We gotta talk about Ian Machado, Gary, and the Sean Strickland beef. This is like all time kooky fucking sports world shit. Like this is almost as strange as Scottie Pippen's ex-wife fucking with Michael Jordan's son. Like this is just level weird. So let me break it down to you. Apparently, Ian Garry, who's an MMA fighter, I think he's 170 pounds. He is married to a 40-year-old woman, and it gets much worse. It gets much, much worse. So apparently, he took on her last name for some reason, and apparently he lives, him and his wife, I assume, they live together with her ex-boyfriend, and the ex-husband, I guess, is their nutritionist. So this is next level kooky shit. Next level, like, what the fuck are we even talking about? The man not even took her last name, but is also living with the ex-husband, and the ex-husband is a nutritionist. And she wrote a book that was like a 5-page pamphlet on how to basically trap a athlete. And this woman's like 40-something. He's 26. So we're dealing with a succubus situation. And Sean Strickland, who was unaware of this at the time, finds out about it, and he goes on a tirade, which is like, hey, brother, nigga, I don't know if anybody told you, but this shit is next level retarded. What are you doing? Does this make any sense to you? Which is what any fucking good friend should do. If you see your friend make some fucking horrible life decisions, like, you should be like, hey, brother, like, this shit's like, what are you doing? Like, calm down. Let's talk this out. Let's at least discuss why we're in this current predicament that we sit in. But anyway, Ian Garry decided to do the gayest thing ever, which is pull it on Instagram and then threaten to sue Sean Strickland for basically defamation, which I don't know how it's necessarily defamation when all this stuff is actually factual. So he's basically trying to sue for shit that has actually happened in his life that is already public information because the wife already put it out, which is next level funny, next level fucking hilarious. This is not Jake Paul, but this is Dylan Dennis and Logan Paul type fucking funny, or like 10 levels above that. But it really begs the question, like, what's going on with guys, man? Because he ain't the only one. There's Michael Chandler. He got 2 black babies for some reason, and a wife. And like the wife, they never had no kids, and for some reason they got 2 adopted black kids, which is confusing to me. Like, MMA fighters are supposed to be these manly fucking figures, and they're out here just getting like fandoozled and regular road all around the city. I'm very lost and confused because you would think that like a guy who fights for a living would have like common sense. Like, that would be something that is ingrained through the repetition and the hard consequences of not being good at fighting, which is you get your ass kicked. So you're very realistic about like the world. So I always find it like fascinating when you see like a glitch in the matrix, like a Ian Garry or like a Michael Chandler. We're doing some weird cuck shit. It's very surprising. It's a strange thing to watch and identify and see it play out in real time and have other people calling it. And on the funnier note, now like Sean Strickland is having a little bit of beef with his good friend Chris Curtis, because Chris Curtis, let it be known, let it be out there, Chris Curtis is very wishy-washy. See, Sean's a straight shooter. He don't give a fuck. He just puts it out there. But Chris wants to be kind of liked. Like, he's one of these fighters that has a fragile ego, which is what a lot of big guys are. A lot of big guys in the fight game have fragile egos. They want to be liked. It's fucking weird. It's just weird. So he's like, dude, don't be talking about it like that. And Sean's like, oh, so she got you too. The succubus got you too. And Chris got mad. He deleted his Twitter, which is fucking hilarious. Because it's like, Chris, bro, what are you doing? Are you really scared? Are you really scared of like the internet mob coming to attack you? And you're supposed to be a fighter? So shit like that always like, it just... It stimulates my mind because I'm just like, oh, dude, you guys are fighters. How are you so weak mentally? And it goes back to Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen has always pointed out that fighters are not as tough as we think they are. He's like, you would think these get big old macho guys, they have a fragile ego. They can't stand being booed by a fucking crowd of unknown drunk people. It hurts their ego. Or it hurts their mind when they don't realize the boos get you paid. But this is very fascinating because, like, first of all, Ian doesn't even have he has no case. There's no case that you can sue Sean Strickland for basically telling the truth. Like, it's just retarded. Then I don't think Sean would even care. I think Sean would actually laugh it off. And then it's like, okay, if he wants to go fight Sean has no problem fighting him. So Ian's really in a no-win situation. We're like, what do you do? What do you do in this situation? You can't fight him, you can't sue him, and you're stuck with your girl. And it did not only that, his girl started to make fun of him. Like there's Twitter posts that she put up like, if I really wanted to marry a rich guy, you don't marry a fighter, and basically just calling him fucking man broke. And it's just all around disrespect, man. It really is a disrespectful ass relationship. But once again, you have to question yourself. Why is a 26-year-old dating a 40-year-old? Like, what in his life went wrong where he thought, you know what, at 26 years old, I'm going to go ahead and settle down with a 40-year-old woman. And not only that, take her name, take her last name, and she doesn't take my last name, which is just, it's so perplexing and so confusing. And it shows just the state of man. The average state of a guy is just a cucked loser, no, like, gump about life. He just fucking out here bullshitting, just scared of fucking everything. And it's sad because, like, bro, there's so many opportunities in this world, especially now because there's no men fighting for all the opportunities. Everybody just gave up. So basically, if you just go out and walk around outside, you can pretty much get all of it. It's all yours to take. It's really fascinating. It's a bunch of there's never been an easier time to be a man. And that's what I'm starting to notice with just the life is that men are doing such weird, weak shit that, like, it's just madly confusing. But anyway, pray for Ian Garry. I'm largely confused by this whole entire thing, why he's going to sue. Shout out to Sean Strickland. He's the only real one left in the game, the only one speaking on principle and on manhood and masculinity. And cheers to the UFC for providing us this great entertainment. Thank you.